Welcome to the Dansports.tips daily fantasy sports video for the Major League Baseball card today. Welcome to the show. I'm going to explain a little bit about my strategies before I start for daily fantasy sports. I don't like to invest a lot of money at the catcher position because I don't feel it represents value, because you get less steals and less general opportunities, and it's very much a sort of boom or bust position, and I don't think, if you're spending your money there, that you're getting that much of an advantage over your opponents. What I do like to look for is hitters at the top of the lineup. Your lead-off hitter, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the lineup, because by nature they get more opportunities to score you points, because they're going to get more at bats as the lineup recycles as we go round. I hope you enjoy this show. Please do subscribe to my channel, like the video if you found it helpful. What I like to do each day is run through the sort of foundation players that you like to build the foundation of your lineups on, and I like to look for some value players at each position as well. I won't be providing a foundation player at catcher, as I say, because I don't like to invest the top end money in that position. I hope you enjoy the show. Please hit me up in the comments with any feedback that you have, and let's get on to today's action. Okay, on to today's foundation players. Starting at pitcher, there's only one place to look today, and that's Jose Fernandez of the Miami Marlins. He is the top priced pitcher today at 11,700, but he's got a 1.4 ERA for his career at Marlins Ballpark. He gets a lot of strikeouts, and he is 17-0 in those 27 starts. Where else are you going to put your money at pitcher today? I found a couple of options at first base. The first one being Jose Abreu of the Chicago White Sox. He's got a fairly even right-left split. He has got a home run off of Sonny Gray. The park factor does negate the enthusiasm a little bit for Jose Abreu. His price is fairly steep at $4,600, but I still think he's a solid building block for today. The other first baseman is Adrian Gonzalez, again for a second day in a row, of the Los Angeles Dodgers. He knows how to hit in San Diego. It's where he made his name. He's got 4 home runs for his career of the last 5 years, off of Andrew Cashner, the pitcher today for the Padres. 4,200 looks a fair price, and I think you're going to get solid production out of Gonzalez today. Second baseman, I've gone with Robinson Cano, 4,700 for the Seattle Mariners. He's 2 for 9 this year, but both those two were home runs. He's facing Colby Lewis today, who gave up 27 long balls last season, and he's got decent numbers against Lewis with a 389 average in 18 at bats. The other second baseman I like, going back to the well, with Jose Altuve, 4,500. He will set you back. Obviously, he led the AL in hits and steals last year. He went 1 for 4 with a walk yesterday, and the one was a double as well, obviously for extra points. Third base, I've gone with Kyle Seager of the Seattle Mariners. It's a great park to be hitting. He's got 2 runs off of Colby Lewis, who will pitch today as well. He does tend to hit lefties better, which kind of does curb the enthusiasm a little bit, but it's a great ballpark to be hitting in today as well. At shortstop, also qualifies at third base. Let's keep it in the family. I've gone with Kyle Seager's brother Corey for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He started 4 for 9 this year, and to be honest with you, I just wanted to change at shortstop, because the 2 players I found that I really liked at the positions today were him and Carlos Correa, who we put up and produced for us yesterday. In the outfield, I found 2 building blocks. Ryan Braun for the Milwaukee Brewers will set you back 4,400. He is excellent off the somewhat questionable Jeff Samaja, who will be pitching today for the Giants, with 2 home runs off of him. And obviously, we all know that Milwaukee is a hitter's ballpark. My other foundation player in the outfield is Nelson Cruz. You're noticing a theme here, aren't you? Nelson Cruz has led the league in home runs the last 2 years. He's facing Colby Lewis, who gave up 27 of them last year. He's hit .351 against Texas since leaving the Rangers with 9 home runs, and we know it's a great park to be hitting the long ball in. On to my value plays for today. At pitcher, I've gone with obviously we went with Jose Fernandez, who's top of the market in pitchers for the foundation player. We've gone right down to the very bottom. Juan Nicasio, $6,000 he'll cost you from Pittsburgh today. While he pitched in relief mainly last year, if he can maintain his strikeout rate against the St. Louis lineup that can be quite spotty and in and out when it comes to its offensive production. 6,000 could provide excellent value for your lineups today. At catcher, I've only come up with the one player today, which is Wilson Ramos. He's going to set you back 3,200. It's a nice matchup for Ramos, and he has got a home run in his career off of Bud Norris of the Braves. There doesn't seem to be a lot around at catcher today. Maybe you could go Yadier Molina, but as I say, not a lot around. I did find some nice value at first baseman. I mean, Freddie Freeman will set you back 4,100, which is questionable for a first baseman as value, if you like, but he's hit Steven Strasburg really well for his career. I'd be a little bit concerned that there is a lack of protection for Freeman in this lineup, though, and if Strasburg does decide he wants no part of Freeman, there's the opportunity there for him to pitch around him. Steve Pearce, Tampa Bay, qualifies in the outfield as well. He's got 3 home runs for a career off of J.A. Happ. You are banking on the home run with him. It is sort of a boom or bust selection, as he has got a fairly high strikeout rate and doesn't steal many bases. And it also, he's not usually that great against lefties, but the fact that he's gone yard off of Happ 3 times, I was willing to put him in here as a value play. And my final first base selection is Chris Carter of Milwaukee. He's another one who's fairly boom or bust because he doesn't hit for average. He's hit 3 home runs off Jeff Samaja, and as we know, Milwaukee's a great place to hit the baseball. At second base, I've gone Logan Forsythe for the Tampa Bay Rays. He'll cost you 3,600. He started the year 3 for 12 with a home run and a double against Happ, and he hits lefties fairly well, and obviously leading off he's going to get those opportunities, and maybe we think he might run a little bit more this year now that he's leading off as well. My third base value pick is Trevor Plouffe of the Minnesota Twins. He's facing Yovani Gallardo, who I think is fairly in and out as a starting pitcher. He's got a home run off him for the career, and I feel Plouffe could be primed for a decent day today. At shortstop is Zach Cozart of the Cincinnati Reds. He's 3,100. He went 3 for 3 on opening day. I watched that game. He looked great. He looked absolutely dialed in. It's a great park to be hitting in, and I see no reason why Cozart can't continue the production today, particularly against that Philadelphia pitching, which, as we've seen, is not good. In the outfield, I've gone for Charlie Blackmon of Colorado. Again, 4,300. Whether or not it qualifies as value, we'll see. The man stole 43 bases last year. He's going to run. He hits the ball fairly hard. He's got home run potential as well. And he was really in what I struggled to find massive value in the outfield today. Blackmon was about the best I could come up with. I couldn't put you off Andrew McCutchen, who will obviously cost you a whole lot more. He's got great numbers as well for the pitching matchup today. That's what I've got for you today on the Daily Fantasy Sports. Best of luck with your lineups. I hope I've managed to offer some help, and I'll see you tomorrow.